Take a look at this. The crackdown on the Pak spy rings, it has certainly intensified. Let's take you through all the latest developments over the past couple of days. Now, deepening surveillance, this net of surveillance at the hands of India security forces, it is tightening around suspected espionage activities taking place in India, with authorities arresting at least 10 individuals across Haryana, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh. And the trail began with the arrest of a travel vlogger in Hisar and has since unraveled a disturbing pattern. Now, police say Pakistani intelligence is actively recruiting young Indians. We're talking about social media influencers, students, people that are working menial jobs, various guards from these three states as well. And what's more is that even a businessman has been arrested by the security forces, luring them with either money in exchange for sensitive military and security data or some sort of other favor. And amongst those arrested, we've got a YouTuber who's visited Pakistan twice, Jyoti Malhotra, the woman on your screens, a college student who's been leaking army photographs and intel about movements of the troops, a security guard feeding secrets for cash, a businessman involved in smuggling and espionage, and a widow allegedly paid via UPI for army movement intelligence. And from mobile apps to encrypted chats and precision-based contacts, investigators say that the Pakistan spy network is wide and it's deep and disturbingly close to home. Here's a quick look at all those that have been arrested in this multi-state crackdown. Of course, Jyoti Malhotra, number one, from Hisar in Haryana. Travel vlogger, shared army intelligence with Pakistan, visited Pakistan twice, linked to the Pakistan High Commission as well, visited various parties over there, and over her visits to Pakistan was accorded VVIP treatment, which was not even accorded to the common man in Pakistan, let alone an Indian tourist. And on a visit to Indonesia and Nepal was assisted by a Pakistan intelligence officer as well. Next up on the list, we've got Devendra Singh, who was arrested from Kaithal in Haryana. This is a student who linked Patiala cantonment photos to ISI, visited Pakistan in 2003, bragged about the same on Facebook as well. Next up on the list, you've got Nauman Ilahi, arrested from Panipat in Haryana. This is a security guard who passed sensitive information for money. ISI handlers sent payments via a brother-in-law from Pakistan. Arman, arrested from Nuh in Haryana, was caught leaking information amid Indo-Pakistan tensions that we just saw, was arrested after a proper corroborated intelligence tip-off. We've got Shehzad from Rampur in Uttar Pradesh. Shehzad is a businessman with past Pakistan travel links, shared national security information, and of course smuggled goods across the border as well. Muhammad Murtaza Ali, arrested from Jalandhar in Punjab, was made a spy app particularly to transmit data to the ISI, was caught with 4 phones and 3 different SIM cards. We've got Palak Sher Masi and Suraj Masi, apprehended from Amritsar in Punjab. Both of these leaked photographs of the army and air bases linked to jail operative Harpreet Singh as well. And on the list, you've got 2 more names, Guzala and Yamin Mohammed from Malerkotla in Punjab. And this is a widow, a 35-year-old widow who shared army movement intelligence for mere 30,000 rupees. And the Pakistan handler paid the money via the UPI interface. And that's not all. We've got more names as part of this big crackdown. Take a look at this. Because after the arrest of the Haryana YouTuber, security agencies have now nabbed a businessman from Uttar Pradesh's Rampur. Let's tell you a little bit more about Shehzad, who was caught spying for Pakistan. Now, Shehzad was arrested by the Uttar Pradesh STF from Muradabad, and he had allegedly been smuggling goods across the border for years and passed sensitive military information to ISI handlers. Investigators say he also helped send people from India to Pakistan to work for the spy agency, and their visas, well, the visas were arranged by the ISI operatives from the other side of the border. He was also passing sensitive info related to national security to his handlers, and this has been corroborated by the Special Task Force in a statement. Shehzad had traveled to Pakistan multiple times over the years and was allegedly smuggling cosmetics, clothes, spices, and other items across the border, which is what the agency also said. His illegal trade, it served as a cover for conducting his covert operations for the ISI. The investigations also revealed that Shehzad, this businessman from Rampur, used to provide money and Indian SIM cards to the ISI agents in India. The STF claimed that he also used to send people from the Rampur district and other parts of Uttar Pradesh to Pakistan to work with the ISI. The visas of these people were arranged by the ISI agents themselves. Moving on, Punjab police have also arrested 2 men accused of leaking sensitive military information to Pakistan spy agency, the ISI. Acting on intel inputs, Gurdaspur police nabbed Sukhpreet Singh and Karanbir Singh for allegedly sharing details of troop movements and strategic locations under Operation Sindoor. Forensic tests confirmed classified data transfers. That's right. Police also recovered 3 phones and 8 live cartridges from the suspects. These are .30 bore cartridges. A case under the Official Secrets Act has been registered. Punjab DGP Gaurav Yadav, he said today that credible intelligence inputs indicated that both these boys, Sukhpreet Singh and Karanbir Singh, were engaged in sharing classified details related to Operation Sindoor, including troop movement. We're talking about key strategic locations in Punjab, in Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, with Pakistan's intelligence agency, the ISI. Acting swiftly, the police arrested both these suspects. Forensic examination of their mobile phones confirmed the intelligence inputs, and the police team has also recovered 3 mobile phones with 8 live cartridges of the .30 bore from their possession. The DGP said preliminary findings established that the accused were in direct contact with Pakistan inter-services intelligence handlers and had transmitted critical information concerning the Indian Armed Forces. The FIR has been registered, like I mentioned, under the Official Secrets Act at Dorangla police station. The investigation continues, and mind you, more disclosures are right there on the anvil and are expected as the probe deepens.
बिलासपुर पुलिस ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया है। एक मॉड्यूल बस्ट किया जो कि ये 2 लड़के थे, ये पाकिस्तान को हमारी सीक्रेट इंफॉर्मेशंस लीक करते थे और इन्होंने पंजाब, हिमाचल और जे&के से जो हमारी आर्म्ड फोर्सेस और सिक्योरिटी फोर्सेस की इंफॉर्मेशन है, ये इन्होंने वहाँ लीक की थी।
इनको पाकिस्तानी जासूस,
ये हाँ, ये बिल्कुल पाकिस्तानी जासूस ही है जी। ये लोग जो इस चीज़ों में इन्वॉल्व होते हैं पाकिस्तानी जासूस ही है। इन्होंने हमारे देश के साथ गद्दारी की। एक इंटेलिजेंस बेस्ड ऑपरेशन था जिसमें गुरदासपुर पुलिस को बहुत बड़ी सक्सेस मिली है और इन दोनों लोगों को अरेस्ट किया है और ये सीधे तौर से ISI से इन टच में थे। और ये स्पेशली जो हमारा पहलगाम अटैक होता है उसके बाद ISI इनको एक्टिव करती है और ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के बाद तो इनको ज़्यादा एक्टिव करती है कि आप ये इन्फॉर्मेशन हमें कलेक्ट करके भेजो।
Well, apart from the crackdown on these Pak spy nexus and rings, a major terror plot was also foiled in Hyderabad, where 2 men suspected of planning blasts in the city have been arrested. Take a look at this. Acting on a tip-off of the counterintelligence cell of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana Police, in a joint operation, both these departments arrested Siraj-ur-Rahman from Vizianagaram. His interrogation led to the arrest of Syed Samir in Hyderabad. And the police say both the men have suspected links to an ISIS module operating out of Saudi Arabia. From their premises, authorities recovered explosive materials including ammonia, sulfur and aluminium powder, substances often used in the making of improvised explosive devices. The 2 accused are now in custody and will be produced before a court soon. The police are probing deeper into their network and possible connections as well. This foiled terror attempt comes days after the Pahalgam terror carnage in Jammu and Kashmir and amid centre's alert to states over potential activation of sleeper cells. Officials are urging the public to stay alert and report any suspicious activity as these investigations continue. A major terror plot that was busted in Hyderabad. All right, then, shifting our focus here, in a big setback to the Muslim side, the Allahabad High Court today rejected Mosque Committee's plea against the trial court's order passed on the November 19th, directing an advocate commissioner to survey the mosque in a suit which claimed that the mosque was built after destroying the temple. A bench of Justice Rohit Ranjan Agarwal has upheld the trial court's survey order. It also added that the Hindu plaintiffs is prima facie not barred from carrying out this survey. The trial court's order was passed on a suit filed by 8 plaintiffs, including Mahant Rishi Rajgiri, who claimed that the Sambhal Mosque was built in 1526 after demolishing a Hindu temple that stood in its place. The trial court proceedings were effectively stayed by the Supreme Court in November last year. The apex court had directed the trial court that the trial court shall not proceed further with the matter until the mosque committee's petition against the survey order is listed before the High Court. Well, now that that's done and dusted, the trial court's order has now been upheld. The Hindu plaintiffs get a big push, but a big setback for the mosque committee and the Muslim side.
इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट ने संभल के सर्वे मामले में मुस्लिम पक्ष ने जो रिवीजन फाइल किया था उस रिवीजन को खारिज कर दिया है और ये कहा है कि वो सर्वे सही था, सर्वे आदेश पारित करने में कोई त्रुटि नहीं थी। यानी जो भी वहाँ सर्वे हुआ था अब वो रिपोर्ट पढ़ी जाएगी और रिकॉर्ड का पार्ट होगा। भाई देखिए, हमेशा जो आदमी हारता है ऊपर आता जाता है। अब हाई कोर्ट व सुप्रीम कोर्ट, अब वो आएगा नहीं आएगा तो उनकी इच्छा है, पर वो आता है तो हम स्वागत करने के लिए मैं तैयार बैठे हैं, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
ये सत्य की जीत है और हम इसमें कोर्ट के निर्णय का दिली स्वागत करते हैं। ये एक तरह से जो हमारा एक सम्मान था हरिहर मंदिर को, हम इतना पुराना संघर्ष लेकर चल रहे थे, हमारे पुरखे इसको देख देख के अपमानित महसूस करते थे। ये एक हमारे लिए एक छोटी सी विजय है।
हिंदू पक्ष के लिए ये फैसला जो आज आया है, हम सभी लोगों के लिए ये अच्छी बात है और ये फैसला कोर्ट ने स्वीकार भी करा कि ये हरिहर मंदिर था और हमारे पूर्वज भी यही कहते थे कि हरिहर मंदिर है और हम यही सुन के आए हैं कि हरिहर मंदिर ही होना चाहिए। ये तो अब अच्छी बात है, इसकी सुनवाई होगी।
मस्जिद थी, मस्जिद रहेगी, मस्जिद ही है वो, तो मस्जिद ही है, मस्जिद थी पहले, कभी मंदिर नहीं था वो, ये तो बस बनाई गई बात है।
हम हाई कोर्ट के फैसले का पूरा सम्मान करते हैं। सनातन धर्म जो है कोर्ट के माध्यम से ही आगे बढ़ा हरिहर मंदिर को लेके और सनातन धर्म ने ही अपने पूरे साक्ष्य जो है अपने कोर्ट में दिए और कोर्ट ने जो फैसला दिया है हम कोर्ट के फैसले का पूरा सम्मान करते हैं।
संभल मस्जिद सर्वे को लेकर के इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट का बड़ा फैसला है। विष्णु शंकर जैन हमारे साथ है, क्या फैसला है कोर्ट का?
देखिए, सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट बात यह है कि इसको लेके एक डिबेट शुरू हुई थी जब 19 नवंबर और 24 नवंबर को उस तथाकथित मस्जिद में सर्वे किया गया था कोर्ट के आदेश के अनुपालन में। तो एक डिबेट की गई थी कि आप ऐसा सर्वे नहीं ऑर्डर कर सकते हैं और अगर सर्वे ऑर्डर करना है तो दूसरे पक्ष को सुनना चाहिए था, दूसरे पक्ष को सुनने के बाद ही ऑर्डर करना चाहिए था। मैं तब से लगातार चिल्लाता आ रहा हूँ, लीगल बात कह रहा हूँ कि कोर्ट अगर सर्वे कमिश्नर नियुक्त कर रही है तो उसमें किसी भी पक्ष को सुनने की जरूरत नहीं है। सीपीसी की ऑर्डर 26 रूल 9 और 10 इसकी व्यवस्था देते हैं, कोर्ट को अधिकार देते हैं कि कोर्ट बिना किसी पक्ष को सुने हुए सर्वे कमिश्नर नियुक्त कर सकती है। बस जब सर्वे कमिश्नर मौके मुआयने पे जाएगा तो उसको मस्जिद कमेटी को इन्फॉर्म करके उसको भी सर्वे में भाग लेने के लिए पार्टिसिपेट करना था। ये लॉ की रिक्वायरमेंट थी, पर इस देश के बड़े बड़े बैरिस्टर्स ने भ्रम फैलाया और ये बोला कि कोर्ट ने लॉ का वायलेशन किया है, रूल्स का वायलेशन किया है और इसलिए हम इस सर्वे को नहीं मानते। तो आज इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट ने जो मस्जिद कमेटी है उसकी याचिका खारिज कर दी है और जो ट्रायल पर रोक लगी हुई थी उस रोक को वेकेट कर दिया है। इसका अर्थ यह है कि अब संभल के केस में आगे ट्रायल बढ़ेगा
और उसको लेकर के इलाहाबाद हाई कोर्ट का बड़ा फैसला है और मस्जिद कमेटी की जो याचिका थी उसको खारिज कर दिया गया।
Well, another story that we're tracking from the Supreme Court, because the apex court has declined relief to Sri Lankan Tamil refugee, saying that India is not a dharmashala. Supreme Court declined to intervene in the continued detention of a Sri Lankan Tamil national, orally remarking that India cannot become a refuge for foreign nationals indefinitely. The apex court said, and I quote, "Is India to host refugees from all over the world? We are struggling with 140 crore of our own. This is not a dharmashala that we can entertain foreign nationals from all over." Now, the petitioner, convicted under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, the UAPA, sought relief against a Madras High Court directive mandating his immediate departure from India upon completion of a 7-year sentence. He has remained in detention since pending deportation. His counsel submitted that he had entered India legally on a visa and feared for his life if repatriated to Sri Lanka due to his prior association with the LTTE during the 2009 civil war. He added that the petitioner's wife, who suffers from multiple illnesses, and his son, who has a congenital heart condition, were settled in India. And Justice Datta presiding over the case, however, questioned the petitioner's legal right to reside in India. What is your right to settle here is what the bench asked. And he clarified that the right to settle under Article 19 applies exclusively to Indian citizens and no violation of Article 21 had occurred as the due legal process had been followed. In response to the council's plea regarding the threat to life in Sri Lanka, Justice Datta bluntly stated, "Go to some other country." The court's decision aligns with its earlier stance in refusing to stay the deportation of Rohingya refugees as well. Moving on, tracking stories from down south, Bengaluru and the tech city experiencing one of its heaviest rainfall of the year on Sunday. A fresh spell of heavy rainfall overnight wreaked havoc across Bengaluru. Late night thunderstorm led to the uprooting of several trees in different parts of the city. The continuous downpour accompanied by strong winds caused multiple trees to fall, especially in and around Kabban Park area where fallen trees covered the roads. Roads were left submerged and tree branches obstructed movement in various areas across the tech city. Emergency services and the BBMP personnel have been working to clear the debris and restore normalcy. Severe waterlogging in several parts of the city brought Monday morning traffic to a near standstill as well. Key intersections across the city, particularly in north and east Bengaluru, were completely inundated. The scenes resembled flowing streams, if one could put it that way. The Bengaluru Traffic Police has issued multiple advisories urging commuters to drive with caution. The Silk Board metro station and the surrounding areas in Bengaluru were severely affected by the heavy rainfall and the flooding. The junction was reportedly inundated, turning roads into rivers and causing significant traffic disruptions. Several evacuations and rescue missions that were carried out by the BBMP personnel. The SDRF was also on standby. This is the situation as houses get inundated and people have to wade through knee-deep or waist-deep water in various areas of the tech city to get by. It all began on Friday evening when a 40-minute rain spell brought the entire traffic to a standstill, and over the weekend the rainfall has only intensified, throwing normal life out of gear. My colleague Mohammad Wajiullah is continuously getting us ground reports. Take a look.
Well, I'm right now standing at the BTS road in Shantinagar and Wilson Garden, and right behind me are the visuals of what happened to the city after one entire night's rainfall. Till 5:30 a.m. in the morning, there was heavy rainfall in the city. It is expected to believe that 104 mm of rainfall was the reason why you've seen and the condition of the office is like this. You can see water has accumulated at the entire office area. People are stranded near the entrance now. They've got the fire engine to gush out the entire water. A lot of important files and documents are present at this place. I have got reports from various reporters and officials from the BBMP saying that a lot of places in Bengaluru have stranded. A lot of trees have tree felling has happened, and such flood-like situation and water logging has become normal in various parts of the city. Now with the rains expected for the coming few days till May 22nd is what the IMDb has told us that it is going to rain. So we are expecting things to get worsened, because if you see the sky also, if I can show you, the sky isn't clear. There is expectation of heavy rainfall till May 22nd, and an orange and a yellow alert has been sounded till 21st May and an orange alert on 22nd May. So we are going to expect heavy rainfalls in Bengaluru, and those who are watching, make your own preparations before the rain, because this is going to be the situation for the coming few days, at least for this week, as per the IMDb. Bringing you this report from Shantinagar, where water logging has become one of the biggest issues here, is me, Mohammad Wajiullah, for News 9.
Meanwhile, severe heatwave conditions prevailed in parts of Jammu and Kashmir on Sunday, with temperatures much above the 30 degrees Celsius at many places. Now, whilst Srinagar sizzled at 32.6 degrees Celsius, Kazigund, known as the gateway of Kashmir, also recorded the hottest day of the season at 33 degrees Celsius. Details further revealed that Kokarnag in South Kashmir recorded a day temperature of 31.4 degrees Celsius, whilst Pahalgam recorded a temperature of 27.2 degrees Celsius. In North Kashmir's Kupwara district, the mercury settled at 29.9 degrees Celsius, whilst a temperature of 23.6 degrees Celsius was reported in the ski resorts of Gulmarg. Heat wave conditions also prevailed in Jammu division, with Jammu recording a maximum temperature of 40 degrees Celsius, whilst Banihal, Batote and Bandarwa and Katra recorded a day temperature of above 30 degrees Celsius. Meanwhile, the Met Department has predicted a temporary relief in the prevailing heat wave conditions, saying that light rain and thunder showers this evening or tomorrow could bring the mercury down by the 20th of this month.
जम्मू कश्मीर अभी समय से पहले ही गर्मी की प्रचंड चपेट में है। मौसम विभाग के अनुसार अगर हम निर्धारित आंकड़े की बात करें, तापमान का निर्धारित आंकड़ा जो है वो अभी 5 से 6 डिग्री बढ़ोतरी पे चल रहा है। यानी अधिकतम तापमान जो है वो कल श्रीनगर में 32.6 रिकॉर्ड किया गया, जो कि अपने निर्धारित आंकड़े से 5 डिग्री ज़्यादा है। श्रीनगर को छोड़ अगर बाकी ज़िलों की बात करें तो वहाँ पे भी तापमान 3 से 4 डिग्री अपने निर्धारित आंकड़े से ज़्यादा चल रहा है। और जम्मू की बात करें तो वहाँ पे गर्मी की बात करें तो गर्मी जो है 3 से 4 डिग्री जो है निर्धारित आंकड़े से ज़्यादा चल रही है। गर्मी की इस प्रचंड चपेट के चलते डल झील के आसपास स्थानीय लोगों की हरकत भी या मूवमेंट भी वो कम हो गई है और अधिकतर लोग जो है वो सायों में रहना पसंद कर रहे हैं। गर्मी की इस चपेट ने लोगों को ये सोचने पर मजबूर कर दिया है कि आने वाले समय में इस गर्मी का रुख कैसा होगा।
And take a look at this. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri will brief a multi-party parliamentary standing committee shortly on Operation Sindoor and subsequent cessation of hostilities, along with foreign policy developments involving Pakistan. And this will be the first such briefing by government officials to a parliamentary panel post the Pahalgam attack. Now, the briefing on the current foreign policy developments regarding India and Pakistan to the committee, chaired by Congress MP Shashi Tharoor, is scheduled for 4 p.m. Misri is also expected to brief the panel about sending 7 delegations to 32 countries and the European Union to campaign against Pakistan's sponsorship for cross-border terrorism. Foreign Secretary is going to brief the parliamentary panel today. This panel is led by Shashi Tharoor. And of course, in 2 different sittings, the Foreign Secretary will carry out the briefings. We've demarked 7 international multi-party delegations, out of which 3 are going to be briefed today, 4 are going to be briefed later on. That multi-party panel members that you can see, of course, Vikram Misri on your screens as well, and Asaduddin Owaisi, also part of one of those panels.
The briefing for my delegation is going to be only on Friday, so honestly I'm not going to say anything right now. The others, some of the teams are leaving earlier, and that's why they need to have their briefing tomorrow. But our delegation is leaving a bit later because the US has a big holiday called the Memorial Day weekend, and the Parliament, the Congress as it's called in the US, is not in session until the 2nd of June, so there's no point arriving there too early. So we are arriving later and leaving later.
So when you're leaving, your delegation is leaving?
24th, I believe, is the plan, but it's all this is going to be confirmed.
So
US
those
Can you say something about the opposition party raising questions over
So, well, we got that a little bit wrong. Shashi Tharoor's delegation is going to be briefed later on. Since he mentioned himself, he's going to be leaving a little bit later. But like I mentioned, Vikram Misri is going to be holding 3 briefings today and 4 on a different date. Watch on News 9 to bring you all the latest details on that particular front, as well as we try to expose Pakistan's biggest export, which is terrorism, on the global stage. Moving on, before we leave you, join us tonight at 9 p.m. on News 9 to see a loving father surprise his daughter with natural diamond studs on a second piercing. It's a celebration of love and everlasting sparkle, only on News 9. Take a look.